Finally, it is out. And by the way, guess what? It is tax-free and you only need a minimum of 50,000 Kenyan shilling. And when I say minimum of 50,000, it doesn't mean that you can only invest 50. No, you can start with as little as 50 and you can do a top-up of 10,000 at any given moment. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Safaricom Bond. Remember I was here and I told you the Safaricom is about to float a bond or a corporate bond, so to be specific, that is equivalent to 40 billion. And it will be the biggest in the history of this country. Guess what? And I told you it will be released in form of tranches. Tranches. What does it mean? They will actually release that bond in phases. They have now done the first phase and they're looking for an equivalent of 15 billion. 15 billion. Are we together? That is what they are looking right now. And guess what? They have even chances of exceeding this by 5 billion. Are we together? This is the first tranche. They're calling it a green one. And what's happening is that you and me and anyone who is out there who has a CDS account, underline that, who has a CDS account can be able to invest on this bond. I know you'll be like, oh my goodness, what is CDS account? Where can I get it? That's why I always tell you that is my number out there. You can shoot me a text on WhatsApp, then I'll be able to guide you on how to open a CDS account as fast as you can, because this thing has a timeline and I'm going to explain that to you. Anyway, this is Good Joseph. And guess what? This particular bond or this particular investment opportunity will be tax-free. Oh my goodness, this is a good one. This is Good Joseph. In case you're watching me for the first time and you're wondering, hey, who is this guy? I make videos as far as the finances are concerned. I give you the opportunities if they're there. I report any financial news. And I also talk about money, how to save, how to do that. Not because I know everything, but because, hey, maybe I have something I can share with you. I also believe you also have something that you can share with me. Leave a comment on the comment section. Now, let's get into the business now. Let me explain. Let me give you the numbers. I know you want to hear the numbers. When is it open? When will it close? What do I need? The minimum, the interest, when are they going to pay, and all those kind of things. All right? Let's get into business now. First of all, understand this. Safaricom is looking for 40 billion, but they're starting with 15 billion. And this particular bond was opened yesterday. Literally, yesterday was on 25th of November 2025 at 8 a.m. That is when it opened. Are we together? Opening date, let me put those dates here. Opening date is 25th of November 2025. That is when it opened, literally yesterday. And it was around 8 a.m. Are we together? This bond will close on closing. This bond will close on 5th of December 2025. And that will be 5 p.m. East African time. Are we together? And this bond is primarily for the Kenyans or the local market, if I may say that. Let me just read you whatever they have shared here so that you can get the full information. All right? Let me get the information right here. Now, this bond, just like I said, it will actually close on the 5th of November. That is the year 2025. And this is how these dates are looking like. All right. It has opened yesterday. It will close on 5th of November 2025. And then the allotment date will be on 8th of December, meaning I think allotment means more of an occasion or something like that. 8th of November, that is 2025. Notification date will actually be sent either via email or will be telephone. And that will be on 9th of December 2025. And you're expected to do the payment. That means that money that you had bid, you're supposed to send it to them by 11th of November, or rather, sorry, 11th of December 2025. And CSD account upload, you're supposed to upload it on the 15th of December. And this particular bond will be listed on the secondary market. That is on the Nairobi Securities Exchange on 16th of 2025. That means it will actually also be trading on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Okay, for those who buy shares, they already know what I'm talking about. You can be able to see it listed there as far as the activities of the secondary market are concerned. Some other information here is, before I share with you the interest and what have you, the joint listed arrangers, these are the SBG Securities. Okay, that's not the important. Let me say this one. Placing agents, yeah. These are the SBG Securities Limited and Stanbic Bank Limited of Kenya. the Standard Chartered Bank of Kenya, and Dye & Blair Investment Bank, and the sponsoring broker is the SBG Securities Limited. Now, this is where you've been waiting for. How much will they be paying in terms of the interest? The interest will be 10.4%. Guess what? Most of the investment right now, they are offering you below 10%. And as if that is not enough, they're giving you 10.4% and it's tax free. So whatever you get there, clean, it's all yours. Let's say you throw in $1 million there as an investment. At the end of the year, you get your 100,000. Is it 104,000? Yeah. If you get it, you're gonna get yourself 104,000 clean. Nothing gonna be deducted out there. You get it full. This is like an equivalent of an infrastructure bond. You know, infrastructure bond, the most coveted bond, is usually tax free. That is it. That is it, guys. So getting a tax-free investment opportunity at rate of 10.4%, woo, that's a good one. That's a good one. How many of you here have been into the banks lately? Maybe you want to do and negotiate for a fixed deposit, yeah? How much are they giving you? If you're getting more than 7.5%, raise your hand. Because right now, I think the best you can get from a bank is 7.5%. And now these guys are giving you 10.4%. tax-free. I believe that's a deal. You're seated there, you have some cash in your M-Pesa. And by the way, listen here. For those who, there are two ways of investing on this bond. Either you can go through their website and be able to invest. I'll be able to teach you about that step by step. You take this number of mine, contact me on my WhatsApp. I'll be able to guide you. Or you can use an USSD code. USSD code, you can be able to star 344, whatever the code it is, then you can be able to invest. But now, those are the people who are not investing any amount exceeding 250,000 or $250,000. So you can be able to invest on that matter. So you have some cash in your M-Pesa sitting idle. So why don't you just grab it, put it into work, and that money will actually earn you some cash. Are we together? And I know some of you will be asking, hey, how can I withdraw my money in case I want it and what have you? Yeah, all those is provided on the terms and condition. But I saw that terms and condition, it's too long, like 200 and something, I think 272 pages. Yesterday at night, I was reading that. I read the entire terms and condition of that particular thing. Because for me, whenever I'm investing, I love to read the terms and condition. That terms and condition is big. How many of you have you read that terms and condition? I think it's 272 pages. I read it throughout the night. And of course, there are some of the particular clauses that you, of course, are of interest. How can you withdraw it? Yes, you can be able to get your money before the term, but with the provisions of the guidelines there and what have you. So the point here is this, well, just go take your time, read those terms and conditions, just scroll. I think for me, where I find it a bit interesting, where it touches all those questions is on the page 40. The page 40 of the terms and condition, go there, you can be able to be answered all the questions. How can I withdraw money in case I want? How can I terminate my contract in case I want my money back, and what have you? What are the criteria do you need to follow, and what have you? Suppose I don't reform them in 30 days time, and all those kind of things. Just go read about them, because I always tell people, do not expect me to read you for those terms and conditions. Whenever you are investing your cash, always read those terms and conditions so that you understand what you're getting yourself into and all those kind of things. First of all, this bond has already been credited, or rather been regulated, or rather should they say certified by the Capital Market Authority of Kenya. So it's a very legal bond. And according to the law, that's what I've actually read you. But then if you go to the Safaricom whatever website, they have actually listed all that information as to when they were actually given the legalization and everything, who are the placing agents and and what have you, people to get that. Now, here we are. Okay, now, the point here is this. For now, they have released the 15 billion one. Remember, they're looking for 40 billion. So they still have like another 25 billion yet to be released. So we're expecting another phase of the bond. We call it the tranche. We're going to get another tranche or whatever you could pronounce it. Yeah. So they're going to release them in phases until ultimately they are able to collect an equivalent of what they were looking for, which is 40 billion. We're together. Now, what do we do from now? So what we do from now is to simply embark on investing and bank on opening the CDS account if you do not have any, because it's a necessity. You must have a CDS account for you to invest on this thing. And maybe if that name sounds, and this is why I always tell you, I don't know how many times I'll ever tell you, please, when you watch my videos and you hear me talking about a CDS account, just go open it, keep it ready for you. Even if you won't invest, just have it. This is like having a passport. Just have the passport and keep it in your home. Just in case an opportunity crops up, an opportunity can just come. There you are. You don't have a passport. Oh my goodness, what can I do? Just, I don't know what I can even say. You see, as an adult, there's some of the things that you're supposed to know. Just have them. Have them. Have them. Have them. I remember back then when I finished my university, we used to be told, always work with your documents in a PDF form. Just in case an opportunity arises. You don't have to go back home. Oh, wait a minute, I go home, I get my... Just always be prepared. Have all those documents ready. That's why I tell you. Now, look, what is the timeline? From 25th to 5th, this is like, say, 5 days, another 10 days. Sometimes CDS account can even mess you up, can even take a whole month. So that means if you embark on opening the CDS account and it takes a whole month, this opportunity is gone. So some of these accounts just open, like, be with them ready, have them ready. Just, it does not cost you anything. It is free. Just open. Anyway, some of you still watching me, you're still watching me, you're still watching, and you'll do nothing. But some of you who are, sometimes I feel bad when I see people losing some of these opportunities. And you're sitting there waiting for, anyway. Good. Now, Safaricom is borrowing all this money because they want to do an infrastructural development both in Kenya and Ethiopia. And they're doing this to make sure that at least they can enroll fully the 5G and the 4G and what have you. That is their whole goal. That is what they want to do, and that the reason as to why they are borrowing. And by the way, I think this is quite of a wise thing. I think some of the companies, the big companies, so-called the blue chip companies, are turning out to floating the corporate bond instead of going the bank's way to borrow. Because can you imagine going to a bank and borrow at 18%, yet you can lend that money, or you can borrow that money from the common mwananchi or the common citizen at 10.4%? I mean, what would you do? What would you do? And of course, I mean, Safaricom has actually been tested by time. And of course, this is a company that makes billions of money in terms of profit each and every year. So I don't see any company, I don't see this based on the numbers that I'm seeing right now. I'm not saying I'm 100%, but I'm saying based on the numbers that I'm seeing right now, this company is in a position whereby it's able to pay this particular debt. Now, have I left anything that is of importance? No. You need a minimum of 50,000 to invest. Don't forget that when you're investing. And of course, the subsequent top-ups, you can do it at a frequency of 10,000. Yeah, I think that is the biggest part of this particular submission. Yeah. So let me not make this video too long. Just go ahead and embark on investing and do something as far as that is concerned. This is Good Joseph, and don't forget, that is my number. You can pick it up and shoot me a text on my WhatsApp. I'll be able to guide you through step by step on what you're supposed to do for you to be able to invest and tap on these opportunities. And by the way, never forget this. This is my disclaimer. This is me educating you. It's not a financial advice. And at all the time, make sure that you sit down, consult your financial advisor if you have any out there, or whoever you are comfortable with. Make sure that you understand as to why you're investing, all the risks involved. And that is why I've told you, please, before you even invest, take your 30 minutes or so. Go through those terms and conditions. Don't just accept anything and anything, anytime and every time. Go through those terms and conditions, understand what they are, what are the guiding principles, what a kind of an agreement are you getting into, so that at least by the time now you're placing your money there, you not only invest for the purpose of getting the interest, but also you totally understand what you got yourself, or what you're getting yourself into. And that is what we call doing your due diligence. And when I say something like this opportunity, sometimes go verify what I'm saying. Go on their website, verify this information, check out on someone else to see whether what I say tallies what is happening out there. Are we together? Don't be gullible at any given moment. This is Good Joseph. At all the time, be smart with your cash. Good day.